Finally, we're going to tear the house on Davis down this week, I promise, John. We got our air quality permit on this past Wednesday, and Mike Matthews and some others have worked to take some things out that are being used down at Journey. So probably tomorrow or Tuesday, Bobby Higgin will start taking the house on Davis Street down. I've been in contact with the neighbors as best I can, mainly John and Jamie Burns and Wade Baker, and they've helped me get the word out that the house is going to come down this week. Then going forward, we're going to mail each of the neighbors in the neighborhood a way to get in contact with us by phone or email to hopefully hold down any complaints or issues. I know from some conversations last week, I was not aware of it, but Bobby apparently started about 3:30 one morning tearing things down and kind of woke some neighbors up. So we got to make sure we don't start at 3:30. We're going to try to be the best neighbors that we can. We had a pre-bid meeting on the site on April the 17th on Friday. Had a good turnout and a high level of interest. As a result of that meeting, we've extended the deadline for bids to Monday, May the 4th. There are 5 general contractors remaining out of the 11 that we started with. One from Owensboro, one from Paducah, and 3 that are local. Good news, bad news, a lot of these guys that we asked to bid, especially the Nashville guys, the economy in the Nashville area is so good that they just, quite frankly, don't have time to do a project that far out of town. But we've got 5 solid general contractors remaining. What will happen after that is EOA will open the bids and put them on a spreadsheet. And then Nathan and Ted and Lynn and I will sit down and come up with a short list out of those 5, whether it'll be 2 or 3. We'll just have to see how the bids come back. And then those that we shortlist will present what's called a schedule of values. And that's basically taking what their cost estimate is and spreading it over 16 different buckets, if you will, of cost. Then we'll interview the week of May 25th, those that we shortlist using that estimate of value. Then we will get together as the exploring team and choose a finalist to recommend to the ministry table for approval. One thing that Nathan and Ted and I talked about, if we do not go with the low bidder, and we don't have to, we're not a government agency, we don't have to go with the low bidder. It'll be a combination of cost and value and experience, but if we do not go with the low bidder for whatever reason, we will provide to the table at the time of our recommendation a reasoning behind why we chose someone other than the low bidder. So based on that timeline, I think we could start construction sometime in the first 15 weeks of June. For those of you that are on the exploring team that are here today, I'm going to be getting an email out the week of May 18th. Probably late the week of May 18th, we're going to go back to Nashville to EOA and pick out sanctuary seating, and then go to the stained glass manufacturer and start looking at that aspect of the project. So that's a quick update. I'm going to put all this in the caller, but I wanted to give you that update because there's a lot going on, even though it doesn't look like it sometimes. So I would ask everyone now to stand and greet one another.